sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
So here come the Chargers, the offense, getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Pierce. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Right back to Pierce on first down. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Derek Harmon in for the tackle. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Pistol here for Herbert. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Gray Harris.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Left side, catch made by McConkey. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Austin brought in motion. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Charger first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On 1st down, Herbert finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Herbert. Out to his right. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Steelers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On 2nd down, Goff. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's taken down up past the 35. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Goff to throw. Going for it all. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 32 yards. Goff in the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Back to the air, it's Goff. And he finds his tight end Freiermuth. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. Now, Goff. That's complete to Metcalf. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. He'll be stopped here short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. Broderick Jones, the former first-round pick, guilty that time. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Throwing here is Goff. Towards the middle, that's caught by Moore. He'll be stopped here short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. Zach Frazier, the center, guilty that time.
Still 3rd down.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now it's Herbert. Now here comes the screen to Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That's complete. He's got it to Trey Harris. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And the Chargers first down.
They'll run the draw with Pierce. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Shotgun now for Herbert. This one complete right side to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
Chargers first down. First and goal, Chargers.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Pierce. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
He was taken down.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one
under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Keanu Benton. He gets into drop him, and it's going to set up 4th and goal.
So a sack is definitely not ideal, Mike, but the last thing you want to do down here on this part of the field is turn the ball over by forcing a play that's not there. So he sees time running out. He's got no choice but to eat the ball, but at least he can live to play another down. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Steelers' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's catch number 40 on the season for him.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Now a screen set up for Edwards. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Second down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, it's Herbert. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very talented. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Second and 10. Now Herbert again. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. They hand it off to Pierce. And that'll be a gain of 9, but nowhere close to the markers. It'll bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the Chargers. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll do so with first and 10. Throwing, Goff. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. They'll work now on second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll go right back to Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season. First and 10.
41-yard line.
Now, Goff. He'll swing this out to Johnson. Now, Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 43-yard line.
Second down and 8. To throw is Goff. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
On 1st down, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our spin through the NFL starts now. In Inglewood, the Rams at home to take on Carolina. And it's Puka Nacua. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 52 yards, touchdown. With that, let's give you a look at the playoff picture in the AFC through 15 weeks. Meanwhile, in our game, not much offense to talk about, just one field goal on the board. 3-0 the score. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number 1. What awaits us here in the second half? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he gets this up close to the 40. That's Elijah Molden who took him down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Second down, they need 7. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. To the 45. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 38-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. 39 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get to him as he's brought.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Goff to the left side into the hands of Moore. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Goff. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
The 21-yard line.
Here's Goff. That taken in by Connor Hayward. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now Goff going to hold on to it. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game. and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Herbert now on first down. That'll be taken in by Edwards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a handoff to Edwards. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Herbert. Looking middle, he'll get it complete to McConkey. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's Herbert. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
3-yard line.
Herbert to the air again. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's Pierce. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, L.A. That his 1st touchdown this year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Steelers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Shotgun. It's gone. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Goff. He'll complete that to his fullback. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On first down, it's Goff. This one popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one has gone pretty well to full. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the fourth. Here's a give to Pierce. He's inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25. Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. gun. It's Goff. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Goff. Metcalf makes the grab again. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. The Chargers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
To kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Keelan Robinson to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Throwing here is Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On second down, Goff. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. Goff to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. On the carry, it's Pierce. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Pierce. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That is pulled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Disley, touchdown Chargers. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and it's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Chargers 31, Steelers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
2nd and inches. Here's Goff. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
15 yards on the catch and run for the 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
Goff. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.